welcome to Whimsy with a Z.
Hello.
Good news for the intro. We have another Whimsy Z teenager with us, almost teenager. I think you're going to be the youngest one. Today, I'd like to welcome Danielle. How are you doing, Danielle?
I'm doing good. It's just being at like my age is like kind of hard, especially like when you have siblings, because you probably fight a lot, especially if they're older. But mostly younger siblings are really annoying. So
yeah. How old are you?
I'm 11. I turned 12 pretty soon.
You are at the bottom of the Gen Zs. I think technically you might be just below it, but screw it, we're going to use it anyway. So you have an older sibling, I'm assuming?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That's exciting. So we will find more out about them in a little bit. But tell us a little bit about yourself. You're 11. What grade are you going into?
I'm going into 6th grade. I don't really like it. I was basically already in middle school because the school I was going to considered 5th grade middle school, so it was like weird. So I already felt like for the school, it already felt like I was in 6th grade. So I feel like I'm going into 7th.
That's so weird. So is it like a K through 6 school? Is this your last year in that school?
No, it's a middle school. It's not my last year. It's 5th grade to 8th grade. So
that's so weird to me.
It is.
Because it used to be K through 6, 7 and 8, and then 9 through 12. And then my son is doing 7 through 12. You got a 5 to 8, and then high school is 9 to 12.
Oh,
that's so weird.
Confusing to me too. I don't even understand this school grades anymore.
It almost doesn't seem like it makes sense.
Yeah.
What are some of the things that you like to do? What are some of your hobbies? When you're bored, what do you like to do?
I absolutely love anime. I like to draw anime, and I just watch anime. Again, I just draw in general. I like draw flowers, anime. I play Roblox with my friends. I read sometimes. I don't really know anything else. So I go outside sometimes and just play because the sun. I don't know. I just go outside. I just feel like it sometimes. I play with my brother.
How old is your brother?
14.
So is he in the same school as you?
He was going to the same school, but now he's going into high school, so he's leaving for 9th grade.
I'm so confused. All right. I like anime, so you hooked me. What kind of anime do you like?
Like genre or like just specific animes?
Yeah, genre and or what are some of your favorite titles?
Okay. I like a lot. I like animes that are adventurous. I also like horror animes. I just like a lot of gory stuff. I don't know why. It's just like a phase. I don't know. But I do really love Demon Slayer, Attack on Titan, and Death Note. It's like my top 3.
Death Note is amazing. Which is weird because my mom, when I was growing up, I was into anime. I found it on, Adult Swim, like Toonami, in the middle of the night on a Saturday night. And she didn't quite understand it. And it's interesting because some of the source material in anime, questionable for 11 sometimes. I like Death Note. Did you watch Parasite on Netflix?
I've only watched a couple of episodes, but my dad has been wanting me to watch it a lot, so I'm probably gonna watch it soon when I'm done finishing my other animes.
Oh, it's There's some decent stuff in the horror genre. That is super awesome. I like that you like anime. A very small request. I had inquired once, like a year ago. Can you draw me an anime gnome? Because I would be curious to see what a gnome looks like in an anime style. If you think about it and you're just doodling, one of these guys as an anime character.
That sounds weird. I don't know how to draw. Like, I don't. That'd probably make someone's brain feel weird because gnomes, like, aren't.
They're the furthest thing from anime.
They are. They're sometimes there's like cartoon gnomes, but like the real ones, like the real gnomes, like that you put on stands, they're sometimes creepy because they're just dirty. Especially the ones with like eyes.
Yeah. What kind of movies, television do you watch?
I don't watch that much television or movies, but again, I like horror stuff, even though I get scared of it sometimes. So I sometimes like romantic things because they're funny. Just like drama. I like a lot of drama and adventurous movies. But I mostly just watch like cartoons and anime. I don't really watch like live action things.
You don't watch any of the live action adaptations of animes?
No, I've only watched the Death Note one,
and that was pretty bad.
It was it was not that great. It was very different from like the actual anime.
Like vastly different. I think if you're gonna do anything with Death Note, it's important that your L character plays as closely to the original source material as you can, because L was the best part of Death Note.
He was. I also liked Misa, and like kind of got on my nerves sometimes. I like the debate between L and Light. It was so confusing.
I'll get with you after, but there's a live action movie with it's L changing the world. It follows L in his last 30 days he's alive. It's fascinating. I love it. My friend introduced it to me like years ago. Amazing. And the guy who plays L, perfect. I'm all over the place. You got me all just confused with the anime stuff. What do you like to read? Who are some of your authors? What are some of the books that you're liking?
I forget the names of authors so often, but I read Diary of a Wimpy Kid, lots of mangas because I just like anime. I read a lot of mangas.
Do you read them online or do you actually buy them?
I buy them. I have like a lot right there, just like standing on my desk, my nightstand. I read cookbooks. Diary of a Teenage Girl.
Mm-hmm.
I can't really recall any other books I've read or are reading. Just read a lot of Diary of a Wimpy Kid. I do feel like Diary of a Wimpy Kid is very like popular, especially for like teens or like elementary school kids.
I think my nephew and my son read them both, or read them all. So I never got into them. But what have you been doing this summer?
I've been talking to my friends, playing with my brother, and most of the time, we go out, and I play outside sometimes. I'm just like on my phone most of the time, so I don't go outside too much, but it just like my phone. I feel like a lot of kids are glued to their phone, and it's a lot of different things, so I'm just glued to my phone most of the time.
What do you do on your phone?
Talk to my best friends, play Roblox, watch TikTok, and play an app called Curatoriai. That's like mostly all I do.
When you go outside, and hang out playing? Like front yard, park, go to the mall? What do you do when you're actually out and about?
I'm usually just outside on my front porch. I ride my bike around the neighborhood, walk sometimes. We have like a little basketball hoop. I just throw the basketball, even though I'm really bad at it because I'm short. And I do a lot of jump rope.
Are you excited to go back to school? I know you hinted at it earlier. You're not really, but what are your feelings about going back to school soon?
I don't want to go back to school, probably because of one, I'm like actually going into middle school. Like my school that considered fifth grade middle school. But I really don't want to go because I feel like the kids are like going through like puberty and stuff. So they're like gonna be like mean or like really odd. There's gonna be a lot of gossip girls, that's for sure. And like boys that think they're better than everyone, like basketball boys and stuff. It's gonna be a really big brain killer for me.
Did you see your brother go through all those type of was he gossipy or was he jockish and like he's hitting the puberty era at that time? So did you see him go through all those phases that you just mentioned?
No, he does gossip a lot. He's not like the jock boy. He doesn't really do sports that much.
Okay. If you had to be excited about school, what would you be excited about?
My friends. Lunch. I like food, so lunch.
I enjoyed the lunch also. Does your school, are you in like one class or do you have to go through like each hour, like each period you go to a different classroom?
For me, the teachers come to us, so we stay in the classroom.
Okay, but you have a rotating like teachers?
Yeah, our teachers come to us instead of us like moving around.
This is fascinating. It blows my mind. It doesn't make any sense to me.
No, I'm happy though. Because I don't want to walk around and have a certain amount of time to like get to a classroom. Because the school that I'm going to has 2 buildings, so like they're separated. It's so I don't want to walk, and I'm like really slow. So I would probably get to like write up every single time I walk because I'm really really slow.
Do you do any kind of like school activities or programs or clubs?
Yeah, we have electives after the last like actual class, like ELA usually. And there's like programs like chess, art. There's a video game program, and then there's cheerleading, and I think there's soccer. And then also we do like activities like sometimes during the class period. Most of the time it's for like events like I don't know. Sorry, I like lose my train of thought a lot. I feel like it's one of my worst red flags about me because I am like thinking about something next. Sorry, I went off topic again. But yeah, there's like some activities, and like the events are usually for like a special day, like 4th of July or
Homecoming, prom,
yeah,
or dance,
something like that. Yeah.
Are you going to participate in any of those clubs that you mentioned? You play chess, video games. You're going to do cheerleading, soccer.
I'm not going to do cheerleading. I'm definitely not flexible for that, and I'm like, again, I'm short, so I can't really do that much things. So, but I am into art, so I'm probably going to join the art club or chess because I'm somewhat good at chess because my mother taught me. So, I might do chess because it's fun. I don't know. It's like I'm a nerd sometimes, so there's gonna be some nerds and some people that like just like to play and hang around. But it's either gonna be art or chess for me. Yeah.
Art. So, are you like a straight A student?
Yes.
Oh, that's a hard yes.
Yes.
Grades important to you?
Yeah.
Any particular reason why, or you just like having A's?
I want to get into a good college when I'm older because I feel like that's important. Because I want to get into fashion school. I'm into like art, fashion, that kind of stuff. But then also I like to make like my parents proud and stuff. And I feel like it's really important to me because school, some kids don't take it like what's it called? Seriously. But some kids do, which I really like. I mean, it's okay if you don't really take it seriously as long as you don't fail. But I just take school seriously because, again, I want to have like a good future, and I like to make my teachers and my parents proud, and I want to make myself happy to know that like I'm smart. So
Most of the other kids will get the job question. You're still a little bit away from getting a job and or driving. Do you drive? Have you practiced at all?
yeah, my parents take me like sometimes to like drive around. Again, I'm short, so I probably have to sit on their lap or like get a little booster. But yeah, I sometimes like they teach me the controls and like let me like use the steering wheel sometimes. But like it's mostly for my brother where he can since like he's a little older and he's like going into high school and he's like almost to the age where he can drive and get his driver license. He can like go around and actually like use the car. For me, I just like learn the buttons.
Mm-hmm. What are you most excited about growing up? Like, as like, again, you're going to be the youngest of the group. What are some of the things that you look forward to moving forward?
I don't know. Probably. That's a good question. I'm not really sure. I don't really think about the future too much, except for like jobs. But I want to see the relationships I have in the future, like with friends and my grades. Don't know that much. I'm not really excited for high school. Like I'm not looking forward to it at all. I wish I could stay in elementary school because it's easy. Yeah, I don't really know that much things that I'm looking forward to, or I don't know that much things about what I'm gonna do in the future. Probably just like the relationships and the things that I'm like that I might be able to do, like get into a good art club or something like that.
Is there anything your brother does that you're not allowed to do because of age?
Some clubs like I don't know, but I think cheerleading you have to be in 7th or 8th grade. No, they allowed it. I lied. But there is some clubs that he's allowed to do and I can't. And like I don't know. But no, most of the time I can't do the things he does.
You can stay up late.
Yeah, most of the time I just do because I can't sleep really. Mm-hmm. It's hard to sleep, especially when you get older because just I don't know. It's just hard to sleep every single time I get older.
What would you say you're the most? Give me something that you're the most confident about yourself.
Can you give me an example? Because I don't know.
Like you're definitely like so far you're very confident with your grades and that you know that you want to do well. Are you good at talking to people? Like, do you have that social anxiety issue that most of you teenagers have?
Yeah, sometimes I do, but it's about who I'm like actually talking to. Like if I know I can trust them, but like most of the time strangers or like people I just met, I don't really talk to that much or like open up. But yeah, like I do have somewhat social anxiety to talk to people or like hang around people.
The kids in your class, are they going to be the same kids that you've seen like last year, or are they going to be just a bunch of new kids?
There's going to be some new kids, but since there's going to be like multiple classrooms for like 6th grade, I think there's going to be 2 or 3 sixth grade classrooms. So, but I'm getting some kids that I know from my old class. But then I'm pretty sure there's going to be more new kids than the kid in my last class.
So what are you going to do? How do you get to know some of these new kids that could possibly be your new best friend all the way through high school?
The teachers, they usually like pair us up and make us do group work. But most of the time, I don't really go talk to people. I let them come talk to me, because then it will show that they're interested in me and they actually want to talk to me, which is good, because I'd rather them come to me than me go to them, because someone's like.
What are some of the things that you worry about growing up? What scares you going into high school in the next year or two?
Probably like a lot of kids, like people are like, people are older. So I feel like the relationships will be harder to make, and the grades, getting to know people better and having to like, because then I'm probably going to have to like juggle between like school and trying to find a job for like when I'm a little older, and like learning how to drive, because I don't know if I'm going to be good at driving. I'm really clumsy. So yeah, just trying to find a job, relationships, schoolwork, and that's it.
As an 11-year-old, I'm trying to think how to phrase the question. Are there certain things that you like? I'm trying to think. I'll come back to that question later. Knowing that you're the youngest in the group, are there any like advice or stories that you would like to hear from them, like with whatever they've been going through, to kind of help ease some of that like worry that you have? Like, is there anything like I'm trying to think. What are you excited to hear from the older kids that are now 5-6 years older than you?
For like the girls, since I'm a girl, I like obviously want to know about like changing, like my body changing and stuff, and like how they react to boys, because like opposite genders like sometimes are really, really opposite. And then from the boys, I want to know like what things they like, because sometimes I like what boys like. I just want to know things about how hard it is when they're older. I mean, yeah, like how hard it's going to be when I'm older, because they are older. And just like changes in life.
Are you interested in boys? You like? Are you at an age where you're like, boys are cute and I want a boyfriend? No.
I'm really only into fictional boys. I like a lot of anime boys, but that's it.
So we have Alice and we got Pinky. So you'd be kind of curious of like, when did you start realizing you like boys? Like, when did you go boy crazy?
Yeah, I want to know that stuff, because I don't know when I'm going to go boy crazy, and I don't really want to go boy crazy at all.
It's going to happen, I think. You're going to get to that point, and then like your whole life is just going to be like different, I guess.
Mm-hmm. My friends are definitely boy crazy. Yeah. They're like rushing to get a boyfriend. 2 of them already have boyfriends. One of them broke up with their boyfriend, so I'm confused. I don't know why they want a boyfriend so early. But I'm like, I think I do probably want a boyfriend in like high school. I'm waiting for that age.
Mm-hmm. I will definitely get with. I do think it will be interesting. Like you said, you get kind of like an insight on what a boy thinks and what they're doing, and then maybe some of the insecurities that the boys have, and realize like they're just like you. Yeah. And then definitely I'll get with. we'll flush some of these things out and kind of just see what it is, just to grow up. What did you think about this? What do you think of chasing or Whimsy with the Z? Like this whole concept of this podcast idea. What do you like? What are some of your feelings about it?
I feel like it would really be good for like younger kids and also like some older kids, like around that age, so they can find someone that they relate to. And for like younger kids, they can see what's like it's going to be like for them in the future. And it could also said that 2 times. It could help adults understand like their children better, and just see what like the generation like of kids in the generation they're in right now like feel. And I really think that it'd be very important for also kids on here to like speak and help others.
Do you think parents have a misunderstanding of what it is to be a teenager today?
Sometimes, but like because everyone has like a different life, so they obviously had different feelings, and they had probably different ages or times when they like started to have like their body changing, and feelings. Again, already said that, but most of the time, like everyone has like to go through those times, so they will feel it. But feelings are like feelings now and like Gen Z, I feel like they're different. So like somewhat different from what happened back then.
Mm-hmm. Are you pretty open with your parents?
No.
You have both mom and dad with you?
Yeah.
Are you pretty open with them? Like, can you talk to them about whatever issues you might think you might be having?
No, not really. I really only talk to them about the issue with my brother because we fight a lot. I don't really talk to them about anything else.
So it'd be kind of a nice way for you to let them know what you're thinking without actually talking to them.
Yeah.
What do you personally hope to get out of this podcast idea? I think we already said it, but I'm just gonna we're just gonna say it again. What things that you're hoping to get out of it?
I'm hoping to help kids younger than me that are like almost to my age, and also just to express my feelings and how I feel and like my life, and like the changes that I've had from when I was younger to now.
Does it make you nervous knowing that you might say or get into a topic that you're not used to talking about? Like you don't talk to your parents about certain things, but like this platform kind of lends to the openness and that vulnerability. Like, have you actually thought like you might actually get into something a little bit that would make you nervous to talk to them about, but you're here and you want other people to kind of understand with what you're going through and to relate to them? So you're kind of like it's like 2 different types of conversations. Does that make you nervous at all?
Definitely, yeah. Probably because it's hard to talk to people sometimes because no one will ever be yourself. So kids, teens, kids, same thing. They probably sometimes they do, but I feel like teens don't really talk to their parents a lot because they don't know if they experience what they're going through. Like that's what I think. I don't know if anyone else feels like that, but of course I'm nervous for that because just social anxiety. So.
Does it make you nervous that I'm assuming that your parents will probably listen to this? Does it make you nervous that they're going to listen to this?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure my dad won't, but my mom definitely will.
I know of your mom. She's a nice lady. She seems very supportive. At home, they're all very supportive of whatever it is that you decide to do. They're okay with you drawing and kind of just being on your phone all the time.
Yeah. As long as I go out sometimes, like once in a while, I'm like, they obviously want me to have social interaction. So my mom like always tries to sign me up for like studies. I don't want to because I don't. Kids sometimes. This is coming from a child. Even I do it sometimes. Kids can be really weird and really mean and like gossiping. You don't like them sometimes. Like myself, I don't like myself sometimes. And we just want to keep to ourselves most of the time, or just talk to the people that we already know.
Have you experienced the effects of gossip or kids being mean to you?
Yeah. I don't like gossip that much, even though I do it sometimes, because sometimes gossip, like if it's rumor gossip, then I don't really like rumors, but like talking about someone in like not a mean way, but like me. I'm just gonna give an example because I don't know how to say. I'm really trying to explain. But like me and my friends, we talk about like maybe something that happened in class, or we ask like each other, hey, does anyone know why one of our friends was like someone from our class was acting like really weird, or like they look so sad, like something like that. We don't like, but my friends obviously they're gossip girls, so they like talk like shit about a lot of people. So I don't really get into that much stuff, and I don't get into the rumors that much unless I really, really have to. Because if it's a rumor about me or my brother, or it's like one of my really close friends, I'll get into it because then I want to know.
So if little Billy seems sad, you'll ask your friends and kind of just like stipulate to see if anybody knows what's going on.
Yeah.
And then your gossipy friends might exaggerate or say more than they, because clearly you guys don't know. Sometimes they'll just give their opinions on why they think little Billy is sad.
Yeah.
You don't talk to Billy and find out what's going on?
No, because some kids I don't know. I just want to talk to my friends, and I just want to see if anyone else knows before I go to talk to them, so I can understand. Because I know, like sometimes, the person, like we'll use little Billy, like little Billy might not want to talk about it. So and it's like kind of hard to comfort someone or help them in any way or understand them. If we don't like really know what's going on. So that's one thing about social anxiety. It's hard to communicate when it's to yourself. But like when it's other people, it's like a little harder because it's easier to communicate with yourself, but not with other people.
Right.
And with yourself, it's hard to communicate. I already said that. I keep repeating the same things. But yeah.
You send little Billy the link to the podcast. Be like, look, all these other kids are a mess too. We're here for you. Well, I think that's all I have for you for today. I just wanted to do some nice intros, Danielle. And next month, school would have started, so we'll figure out how that went. If it's as bad as you thought it was, or if maybe something good came out of it. We'll see if you got your friends in your classroom, see what the teachers are like. And then we'll get the rest of them out. Are you going to listen to all the other 4 kids, all their podcasts? You're going to listen to all these episodes?
Maybe not all of them, but most of them.
Most of the girls?
Yeah. Some boys. Yeah.
Well, I thank you for coming on. I appreciate you taking this little journey with me. And I think you will have the most fun and get the most out of this because you're still just young enough where you're still trying to figure out who you are, where they're kind of like, this is who I am and I don't like it yet. So you're still kind of like this blank slate a little bit. So hopefully the idea is that, listening to everybody else help you kind of your journey through the next couple of years getting into high school. And then we will definitely get into some of the heavier topics at some point. I know Pinky hinted at a couple of things that you hinted at that you were worried about. So, but yeah, we'll figure it out. We'll have some fun with it. And I think that's all I got for you. Got any questions for me?
No, not really.
All right. Well, you have a good rest of the night. And I'll get this edited and I'll let you guys know when I get it out.
Okay.
Awesome. Whimsy.